It's hard to know where to begin. I've hesitated to begin this series for some time because I didn't know where to start. And I've written many papers on the principles and perspective that I'm going to be sharing in this series, but I don't know exactly the order in which I'm going to share them. They all tie together. Everything that I'm going to be talking about, each of the different topics that I'm going to be delving into, are relative. Everything is relative. And I'm going to come at that from many different perspectives. I thought at first that I would start large and then work my way in. And what I mean by that is sharing with you that there is a spiritual realm outside of and one that engulfs the realms in which we live. The physical realm, the spiritual realm on earth, the earth spiritual realm. It's a spiritual realm within the larger spiritual realm which goes on forever, which has always been there, always will be there. It's an eternal realm. And God is on the seat. God is on the throne of that realm, that kingdom. God is not the king. He's God. Jesus will be coming as King of Kings and Lord of Lords to deliver his people and to take vengeance upon those who denied him, rejected him, scoffed at him, and pierced his side. I have no control over that. I don't know from moment to moment who it is and who it isn't, who it might be and who it might not be. All I know is that's what I've learned and what I've experienced. And what I see has to be in order for God's plan to be worked out. Where does it all begin? Where did it all begin? For us, it has a beginning. But in eternity, the eternal realm of which I am speaking, which is spiritual, it had no real beginning. But at some point in its evolution, if I can say it that way, because it did evolve into something other than what it was intended to be, but it was something that God knew that he was going to have to deal with. And so he allowed it to happen. He allowed Satan to infiltrate and deceive a third of the angels into believing his claims about God. And simply, the claim was, if you don't obey God's law, he will kill you. He will break his own law because you broke it. In a nutshell, that's what the battle is all about. And in another nutshell, we have earth, and we have the reality that each of us have formulated in our own minds. Each of us have our own little realm, if you will, our own sense of reality, that which we use to determine our reality. Most of it is based in the physical realm. tangible, touchable, experiential on the physical plane. And that's what we do have here on this earth since it was created. And Adam and Eve were given the choice, and so on. We know what happened there. And the spiritual realm linked with the physical reality of man and woman, life, animals, became askew when Adam and Eve sinned. And the first result we see is Cain and Abel. Where Cain slew his brother with a rock, a stone. That is a physical manifestation of a spiritual battle between Cain and Abel. We are spiritual beings, living out our spiritual realm, our spiritual reality in the physical world. And when we say physical, I don't just mean our flesh, but cars and trucks and buses and buildings and trees and animals and all those things which are physical. These are the things that I'm going to be discussing in this video series. I'm going to be talking about the New World Order, the North American Union. When we really focus on physical activity, because it's physical activity, but I suggest that there is a spiritual battle going on behind the scenes that are compelling people to either gain control of others or submit themselves to God. That's the choice. You either become a compeller or a submitter. I believe this is what the Bible teaches. We're going to look at that, but we're going to continue to look at each of these different topics that we're going to be covering. We're going to look at them from a cosmic, if I can use that term. It's being misused a lot lately. But we're going to look at it from a cosmic, objective perspective rather than subjective perspectives. And we're going to look at it from some subjective perspectives so that we can recognize when we are focusing on the physical realm or physical reality or the spiritual reality of the way things are playing out on planet Earth. God bless you, and God bless America.